Good morning students, 12th standard physics. So in this class we are going to discuss about applications of eddy current. So first one, induction stove. So in this induction stove there is a cooking zone is there. So induction stove is used to cook the food safely and fastly with less consumption of energy. So consider this as a induction stove. There is a cooking zone is there. So they are marking. So below the cooking zone there is a tightly wound, that's insulated wires, that is copper coil is insulated. So after that is connected with the alternating current. So the cooking zone we are placing a pan. So the pan should be with suitable material. So if it is copper coated or copper bottom vessel is somewhat good for cooking in a induction stove. So if we switch on, so the alternating current produces a high frequency alternating magnetic field. So normally 50 to 60 hertz, 220 volt to 240 volt is used in domestic purpose. That is increased to 20 to 40,000 kilohertz to produce the high frequency alternating magnetic field. So it is produced inside. This process goes on inside the induction stove. So the alternating current flows. So in the tightly wound that copper coil, insulated copper coil, so the current flows. That means there is a magnetic flux. So there is a change in magnetic flux in the pan, cooking pan. There is a induced eddy current produced. So eddy current produced at the bottom. So that eddy current produces a heat energy. That heat energy is used to cook the food. It's so simple. So what are the process goes on? So the alternating current pass on the insulated copper coil. So the current flows, there is a high frequency magnetic field produced. That magnetic field induces. So there is a change in magnetic flux linked with the cooking pan. So there is a induced current produces. Induced current produces a heat energy. That heat energy is used to cook the food inside the cooking pan. The next, eddy current brake. So first one, linear brake system and circular brake system. So it's usually used in high speed trains and roller coasters. So there is a rail. So above the rail, so in the train, so electromagnet is placed. If you switch on the electromagnet, so train is going above the rail. So the electromagnet is placed at the bottom of the train. So just above the rail. So if we switch on, the electromagnet, so it works. So there is a magnetic field. So there is a change in magnetic flux linked with the rail. So there is a induced current. That induced current opposes the movement of the train. So make it to come to rest. So this is a linear brake system. So what is the process going on? So the electromagnet is placed above the rail. So that is one part of our train. So if the electromagnet switch on, so the magnetic field, so around the current carrying conductor, so that magnetic field induces the induced current, that is eddy current. That induced current, that eddy current opposes the movement of the train, so make the train to stop. That is linear brake system. In circular brake system, so this is a track and a wheel. So wheel is connected with the track, that is a rail, both the same. So there is a small shaft. So there is a small shaft. So between the small disc, so there is a magnetic field. So two pole pieces of magnet. So the train is going. So these are all two electromagnets. So if it is rotating, there is a relative motion between the magnet and the shaft. So it creates a eddy current in the shaft. So that eddy current stops the train. So once again, so there is a two pole pieces of magnet is placed and so this is a wheel. After that a small disc. So between the disc there is a two pole pieces of magnet. So these two magnets, there is a relative motion during. If I want to make the train to come back to rest, I switch on the electromagnet. So the electromagnet produces the electric field around the conductor. So that magnetic field creates a eddy current. So that eddy current opposes the movement of the wheel, so to come back the train to rest. So this is the second one. Then third one, so eddy current testing. So that is NDT, that is non-destructive testing. So if there is a breakage or cracks or air bubbles in the specimen, in the industries they are using the eddy current testing. So again a coil is connected with the alternating current, it produces a high frequency alternating magnetic field. So if you place near the surface of the material, if there is a bubbles or a cracks, it shows. So there is a inducer current produces that inducer current produces a magnetic field. See, this one is a magnetic field produced by the alternating current, that is coil's magnetic field. So this magnetic field is eddy current's magnetic field. So there is a change in magnetic flux linked with the conductor, that is a induced EMF in the form of circle, that is eddy, so eddy current. So eddy current produces a eddy current magnetic field. So we get some results. So the defects can be found by change in phase and amplitude of eddy current. So what is the change regarding the surface? If it is a uniform, there is no problem. If it is a non-uniformity, so there should be some problem. So it is, we can't break the material and find out, just it is non-destructive testing. And then final one, electromagnetic damping. So it's a guile, that is galvanometer. So the galvanometer is connected. So inside the galvanometer, that armature, so armature, there is a coil wounds on armature. So inside the armature there is soft iron cylinder. The soft iron cylinder is placed. So there is a deflection in the galvanometer, if current flows, so it's deflected. So there is a current flows. So current flows means, so inside there is a soft iron cylinder, so current flows, so there is a change in magnetic field. So it is rotated, there is a deflection due to the needle. So inside that soft iron cylinder is also moving. So there is a magnetic field is produced by the armature. So there is a change in magnetic flux. So there is a induced current produced in the soft iron cylinder. So that induced current, that is eddy current, stops or it makes. So if there is a, if you are seeing the galvanometer, if it is a deflection, goes in this direction. So there is a deflection to and fro. So to make it steady, they are using a soft iron cylinder. So the radial magnetic field, so that armature is placed in the normal magnetic field. So eddy current is easily produced. That damping force bring the armature to come back to rest. So from this galvanometer shows steady deflection. So this is called electromagnetic damping. So they may ask in 2 marks. So what is my electromagnetic damping? So it's a nice question. So what are the applications of eddy current? First one, induction stove. So all the 4 things, the same concept. There is a change in magnetic flux linked with the coil or conductor. There is a induced current produced in the conductor. That induced current in a circular loop or eddies, that is eddy current. So it is used in a application purpose. So there is a defect, but they are using as a plus for that. So okay students.